my stuff from them.
All right, Jesus. It's another day's journey, and I'm glad about it.
I'm glad about it.
Mm.
I'm glad about it.
Those of y'all that are coming in on social media, turn the with us. I'm
Hold on,
real.
hold on.
Mm.
What else I need to go?
Hey, Laura Harris, where you been, girl?
How we doing, ladies?
Oh, it's another day's journey, and I'm glad.
Why y'all on this song? She just
Oh,
got through singing it. Are you going to the phones tonight?
Probably not.
Okay. But you know what that is, that's true.
Do y'all want me to go?
No. No.
Why?
Nothing special, nothing extra.
That ain't special.
Nothing extra, just have a good night. Do something nice.
All right.
So, Ms. Betty. Yes, ma'am.
George Denny and SPP.
What you say? Angel checking to see. Where's my phone? Oh, what is it? You could leave it out.
You ain't supposed to give me get broke because I ain't started talking yet. I'm not here to
Where's just
preach.
59? Call Angel.
Oh,
Angel is our eyes tonight until I get home.
move it over by the camera, though.
So make sure you go to CenterStateGospelTV.com.
Y'all ready?
For your miracle.
All right.
Not 7 o'clock yet.
No, I'm something to the folk on social media.
Oh. Now Angel gonna have to answer my phone.
Yeah.
.com.
Heaven sent. One more word out here and your ass gone. Now try me.
Okay.
Bitch, bye. Your ignorant ass gone before you can get started. All right, we're getting ready to go live and just on TV for the idiots that don't understand that this is TV and y'all social media.
You see, it we stop having our prayer meeting, we stop earning seeking for the path of right. And then we're only concerned with what we can earn, and how we fall into a state of sightlessness. Oh, if you just stop by. Oh, if God would just come from us.
Do do do
Money change,
do do do.
have a murder on a fellow man, and we lay out in a pool of blood on the street. He would see the preacher taken down, the missionaries have lost ground, and the just know God in their lives. He would see that people are raising money, and just how many church members have turned funny, and how the deacons and preachers are swapping each other's blood.
Blessed evening to you, Sherry Ann. Let's do it.
SBPT, the voice of the city.
The views and opinions expressed on this talk show are those of the talk show hosts, the producers, and/or persons appearing on the program, and do not reflect the views and opinions of the SDP network. This program may include strong images and language and may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Evidently, we
Well,
all,
baby,
you
you
ain't
want to-
getting no phone, you ain't getting nobody texting you, right?
About what?
Comcast took 31 off of this TV.
How they
They
do
told
that?
me it's not international, base. But you ain't getting no,
Uh-uh.
so then you must be rolling, cause Angel's supposed to help us.
But how they take it off of one TV? How you do that?
They're looking into it. They took me up to tier 4 today.
But I believe in your love.
20 seconds.
They don't get it right.
10 seconds. 4, 3, 2.
And just when you thought it was safe, it is absolutely positively not. And good Wednesday evening to you. Welcome again to Steal, the most controversial, the hardest hitting, the most informative, the most entertaining, the most provocative, the most not giving a damn who I piss off television talk show anywhere in the country. Thanks for those of you who join us and have been joining us for almost, how many years is it now? Is it almost 6 years? Whatever. We've been here a long time doing the Thaddeus Matthews Show here on the SVP TV network, the only black-owned and controlled television network probably now anywhere in the country. Thank you so very much for being here with us on tonight, and those who are joining us by the various forms of social media. Thank you so very much. I'm gonna piss some folk off tonight. I'm in a piss somebody off mood on tonight, and I need to talk to black people tonight. Yeah, I need to have a black conversation on tonight. White folk, you invited to stay if you want to stay. But I gotta talk to black folk tonight because I have a question tonight. Why is it that black folk fear the truth? Why is it that we as a people want to live in a fantasy world? Why do we want to think that everything is all right in America? Why is it that we can't have discussions about the hate that we have for each other? The envy, the crowd mentality that we as a people have for each other. Why is that? Why is it that I can't stand to see you as a black man succeed, and I feel that it's going to take something from me? Why can't I do business with you? I'd rather go to the white man and spend more money for the same product and service because he's white and he deserves riches, houses, and lands. And you as a black man, you don't deserve all that. Why? Because you're black. And if you have something, that means that it makes me look bad if I have not worked to ascertain my goals, if I have goals in life. Why black folk like that? You got mad the minute you cross America. You got mad at Pastor Jasper Williams, but Jasper told the damn truth. We done lost our souls. And he talked about crime in the black community. He talked about Black Lives Matter in the community. He talked about women raising boys and thinking that you're raising men. That is so much that we as a race of people need to do. Many of us as black folk don't even think, especially young folk, you don't even think that racism exists anymore. You think, many of you think that because you work in corporate America, and that you got a pretty good job, which means you work for somebody else, you think because sometimes the white man comes and rubs your head and gives you that attaboy, you're doing good, boy. You think that racism does not exist. And now I'm not gonna say all the white folk bad, like I ain't gonna say all the black folk good. But we don't want to understand, we don't want the truth. Quoting, what's his name? Kaepernick, the football player that kneeled because of racist situations going on in this country. And he got on his knees to take a stand. White folk, many of them, because Nike had picked him up and gave him some millions of dollars and said, just do it. White folk are upset. You must ask yourselves, why are white folk upset? Why are they upset? Some of them are so upset that they burn in their Nike clothing. I ain't never worn no Nikes. I'm gonna have to go get me some Nike shoes, a Nike jogging suit, or a Nike sweater, or something. And because I'm gonna wear a Nike cap, I need to get me some Nike so I can wear it on TV. They burning up their Nikes. Maybe they burning the Nikes because they can't find a cross to burn. Why would the white man be upset? I don't put my hands across my heart either when I hear the national anthem. I don't. I ain't patriotic. I didn't go to the war, didn't want to go to the war. I was so glad when I turned 18, they killed the draft. I was so grateful. Because I wasn't mad at none of them people over yonder in Vietnam. I had folk mistreating me over here. Y'all would let me kill them over here. Why you want to send me over there to them people? Them people hadn't did nothing to me. Why I want to kill the Vietnamese people? They hadn't did nothing. But when I look at the history of the white man in this country and look at all of the treachery and the tragedy that you have caused black folk in America, you wouldn't let me shoot y'all. I'm sorry. So if this man got on his knees and took a stand because America is unfair and America is unjust, white folk, y'all need to just get over yourself. Burn them up. Y'all act like y'all love the poor people. Y'all act like y'all love the veterans. Take your Nikes, instead of burning them up, take your Nikes and take your stuff and take them and give them to the poor. You got poor people. You got poor people. Give your stuff to the poor people, to the homeless people. Give your Nikes to them. We don't give a damn about you burning up your stuff. See, I have no respect for a black man that cannot stand up and be counted, can stand up and be a man. But we don't want to hear the truth. See, them days gone. No, they ask Colin, what's his name? Kaepernick, whatever. Yeah, that's it. I'm close. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Ask him if racism still exists. But black folk, why are you so scary? Why are you afraid of the truth? You would rather hear dressed up lies than to hear the truth. And I wonder why this is. You won't support each other. Black folk will allow white folk to tell them not to support somebody black. I swear for God they will. Right here in the city of Memphis, we're getting ready to have something they call the Southern Heritage Classic. The promoter out front, what's his name? Last name Fred Jones. Fred Jones won't advertise with a black TV network. He won't advertise with the Thaddeus Matthews Show because his master has told him not to. He's too radical. He's this and I remember Fred advertised with me one year when I was on TV, but never on when I was on radio. Then another black man that worked for white folk, Bobby OJ, that clown, that idiot, that good nigga, who works for white folk and been working. See, when you brag about you've been working for white folk in radio 40 years and you ain't never owned nothing, and you excited because you make a couple $100,000 a year, boy, that's slavery wages when white folk want to use a good nigga when they want to put black faces in white places. The white folk own the radio station, and to get black dollars, they put black folk on the radio. And you scared to stand up and be bold. When Fred spent money with me, he got the message, don't do that no more if you want our participation. Then there's another man like that. Thankfully, he done came around. Black man, black football teams, and you let a nothing ass handkerchief head water carrying nigga like Bobby OJ, 4 feet tall, his white masters tell him what to do, and he comes and says, look, Mr. Black Man, see, we got all these radio stations, and if you want our participation, then you got to not spend no money with another black man. I have no respect for Fred. See, because I know Fred Jones didn't start the Southern Heritage Classic by himself. He crossed out another black man to get where he is. He crossed out a man by the name of Emerson Russell Abel Jr. Emerson Russell Abel Jr. and Fred Jones sat in the living room of the den at Emerson Abel's house and put the Southern Heritage Classic together. Emerson Abel, great band director, was one of my teachers, one of my dear friends until he passed away a few years ago. Created the first logo. He crossed him out. And the reason that white folk are able to conquer us is because we cross each other out. White man can say, I'm gonna give you 20 cents more than what the nigga used to make it, and he'll cross a black man out. I told you I was gonna piss some of y'all out off tonight. Got another nigga in this town. Calls himself Dr. David Acey. puts on what is called the Africa in April event. Him and that ugly ass wife of his. Then we found out that he was, what the young folks used to say, he was perpetrating a fraud. Doctor, you don't have a doctorate. They just made him, he called, and he's so into that lie himself that he calls himself doctor. And then when I went to the Memphis State website, he didn't have no doctorate. He perpetrated a lie. But when Dr. Well, he ain't Dr. Doolittle. Dr. Doolittle. Because you need to have the animals talking to you, because the niggas that's talking to you ain't making no sense to you. This good nigga, I said, when he first started the thing, I went to him, I said, Mr. Asa, will you advertise, I think I was on radio then, will you advertise on a radio station? This Negro told me that Clear Channel Radio, the white folks radio, had told him that if he advertised with me, he couldn't do business with him, with them. And man, I gotta do business with the white folk. I ain't had no respect for you since. Here you was talking about Africa in April. Africa, about black folk. And you let white folk tell you how to run your business? Don't do business with another black man because we want all your money to yourself. How the hell you free, nigga? You ain't free. You can't be free when the white man can tell you to mistreat another black man and you find nothing wrong with it. Man, kiss my ass and call it sweet. You are nothing, Negro. You are a perpetrator. You walking around Memphis with all them damn dashikis and all that other stuff on your head. Negro, you are a perpetrator. You are a curse. You've been cursed. And you are an insult to the ancestors of real black men in this country. When the white man can tell you what to do, how to do it, and you still do it. You just another nothing ass nigga. You bought and paid for. I don't get mad. I don't care if you get mad. I just thought I'd tell you some truth tonight. Why we feel the truth? Yes, I talked about Fred Jones. Yes, I was talking about David. And if I think of some more you hanging to the head, I'm going to call you out tonight. You don't want the truth because the truth is not a part of your reality. You live that lie all of your life. You feel, see, when the white man started calling you a minority, the word minority means less than. When the white man calls you less than and you accept being called the minority, you don't think that you equal to the man that calls himself the majority. Yeah. Even in Memphis now, we still call ourselves minorities. When there are more black folk in Memphis and Shelby County than white folk. You have been allowing yourself to be a slave. Y'all have sung that old tired ass, we shall overcome, all these years. And you ain't overcome nothing. You haven't even overcome your fear of white folk. You have not overcome the thought of I can be free, that I am a man, I can be. You ain't doing that. And And let me even tell you a little bit further. What white folk are doing in this city, and it may be happening in your cities across the country. White folk have a plan to be in charge of everything that happens in this city. And guess who they using to help them? Ambitious, handkerchief head Negroes. It was 1991 in this city when the first black elected mayor, Dr. Willie Wilbur Harrington, took office. Many blacks rode his coattail and became city council people. Prior to the election of this black man, you could run as many times as you could win. But when Willie Harrington kept winning, I think 3, 4, 5 times, city council members kept winning, black city councils, and we became a majority on the city council with a black mayor. White folk created a new rule. Term limits. Didn't have no term limits in politics until white folk lost the privilege of being able to be in power. Yeah. So they got term limits. Now let me tell you what they're doing in Memphis, Tennessee. Listen to me, black people. Please listen to me. White folk done got together. They done bought themselves some good niggas. Ooh! They paid high price for these niggas. 32 cents. Judas didn't give them 30 pieces of silver. They gave these niggas 32 pieces of silver. Yes, they have. Yes, they have. Yes, they have. They bought these Negroes. And now what they're trying to do is to take away the one man, one vote situation. They're trying, and we've got to vote yes to repeal this. If white folk have their way and they win in November, you will no longer have a black majority on the city council in a city that is majority black. White folk have a plan to demolish the leadership of black folk in this city and take you back to the 60s. And some of the way that they're doing it, watch the Negroes that show up for them. Watch the Negroes that come out on commercials saying, we all for this. Yeah. Why we scared of the truth? You don't want the truth. You get mad at a guy like me that just don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. I give zero else. Zero. Zero. You can't buy me, Mr. White Man. You can do business with me, but when you do business with me, you can't tell me how to do the Thaddeus Matthews show. Well, see, I don't think y'all said, I don't give a damn what you think. What I say on this show is what I think. And I dare anybody to tell me that you're not supposed to talk about them. Yes, I do. Somebody got to tell the truth on these handkerchief heads, these traitors that we have in the black community. We got traitors in the black community. We got ambitious Negroes all across our country. We got Negroes in our communities that don't give a damn about black folk. They will take the black dollar, use the black dollar, and take it and give it to the white folk. I remember when I was talking about that other handkerchief head, A.C. Warden. And we got him out of office. Handkerchief head Negro that belonged to white developers. I was talking about it bad. Oh Lord, I stuck on the radio. Oh Lord, handkerchief head. His name was A.C. Warden. I said, let's cut the AC off. It's time to get hot again. White man called me and offered me $25,000 not to talk about A.C. Warden. $25,000. Man, I told you take that $25,000 and ram it up your ass, or wipe your ass when you. Well, I'm too old now to play them games with white folk, and you scary Negro. See, let me tell you something. See, the most dangerous man that we have in the black community is that scary Negro. Oh, yeah. See, that scary Negro. That scary Negro is dangerous to us. Because see, the scary Negro ain't bold enough to stand up for what's right. He ain't bold enough to stand for his children. He ain't bold enough to stand and defend his woman. I told him, wait a minute. I told Mr. White Man, Mr. White Man, $25,000. No, that's what last man. Man, we need you to calm it down. I can't be calm. Because there's too many situations that we got going on in Memphis and all across black America that need to be talked about, that I see too many folk scared to talk about. I look at it and I go back to Jasper. And Jasper told the truth. See, let me tell you, Negro, something about a funeral. Aretha Franklin was dead, embalmed and mouth glued together. She was dead. When did it become necessary that the man of God got to stand and tell you what you want to hear? Jasper didn't lie, but I haven't seen one black preacher that has stood up nationally for Jasper. T.D. Jakes, where the hell you at, brother? You have become a multi-millionaire, and I ain't jealous and I ain't mad at you. Make your money, boy. Make it. But when are you going to stand up? You'll run to the White House. You were on the stage the other day. I don't know what he had anything said, and I couldn't watch the whole 10 hours because I had to make my own money. Nobody stood up for Jasper. Jasper's brother. Well, I'm going to piss off some of its members. Jasper's brother, Apostle A.R. Williams, pastor here of the World Overcomers Church, with a Statue of Liberty in the front yard. Brother, they talk about your brother. A.R., they talk about your brother. I think you've separated yourself from Creflo Dollar now, haven't you? When? See, that's the reason I got to go around the country talking about bullshit from the pulpit, because some of you preachers full of shit. Full of it. You stand up and be bold. You want to just give us what the white folk told you to tell black folk on a Sunday morning. You want to hoop and holler, run and jump, and tell folk about a better place, and we can't live in this place right now. Kiss. Y'all know what the kiss my ass, just kiss it. That's bullshit from the pulpit. That's what we keep on getting here. I'm tired of it. I don't know about these Negroes want to be apostles and bishops and your folk are sufferers. While you going under the name of bishops and apostles, your people are going under the name of oppressed, depressed, oppressed, broke down, unemployed or underemployed. Those are the titles of your people. Those are the names of your people. We got a Negro preacher here in Memphis, Bishop Milton Hawkins of the Church of God in Christ. Church surrounded by projects and poverty. Church where the median income is less than $10,000 a year for an entire family. But you saints pay him $78,000 a month. I didn't say no year. Y'all see why I don't get invited to no churches in Memphis, don't you? $78,000 a year. I mean a month. $78,000 a month. Living on the same street as Fred Smith of Federal Express. Wife getting a salary from the church. You the bishop. But what about the people in the community? What's going on? Black folk don't want me to talk about certain things because it makes you have to look in the mirror and you try to lie at the image that you see in the mirror. You want to keep on believing all that the white man told you about God, and some of the things that white folks have told you about God is a damn lie. But you don't want no truth. I've heard black folk get mad when I tell them Jesus, whose real name was Yahshua. They get mad. The name Jesus is a transliteration of the word Yahshua. But biblically, when Jesus walked amongst us, his name was not Jesus. His name was Yahshua. Well, how do you know that? That is because 2018 years ago, there was no letter J in the Greek or the Hebrew language. His name was Yahshua. Let it slide off your tongue. Yahshua. Yahshua Yeshua. At the name of Yeshua, every knee must bow. You wasn't ready for that. The YouTube them, it's done froze. I'm gonna go to a commercial break. Anyway, it's time for me to do one then. Yeshua. Some of you got mad when I started talking about Jesus ain't that white boy that you got hanging on your wall. That ain't Jesus. Jesus didn't have no blonde hair and didn't have no blue eyes, didn't have no pale white skin. That ain't Jesus. No, that don't be him. That ain't him. Because even in that book, that is King James's version. Because church folk, y'all get mad when I tell you that all that you need to know about God ain't in that King James version of the Bible. King James version, what? Version. Yeah. What King James wanted you to have. Yeah, King James version. In the King James version of the Bible, John, John, when the writer of the book of Revelations, when John says that Jesus had hair like lambs with nappy hair. Jesus was nappy-headed. Had hair like lamb's wool, feet like polished brass, and eyes like balls of fire. When you go back and you do your research and you Google and you start looking at the depictions of Jesus from years, thousands of years ago, you'll see that Jesus was a black man. When you go even further, and when we go back to Genesis 1, in the beginning, who God created the heavens and the earth, and it went on and said, let us, God, if you believe in the Trinity, God, Jesus, Yahshua, the Holy Ghost, let us make man in our own image. And in this place we call the Garden of Eden, where white folk have had to come to the realization with their archaeologists. They came to the realization that the garden was in a place called Ethiopia, where Ethiopia is placed on a continent that is called Africa, that Jesus was an African. Don't get mad because the white man, to control you, had to give you a Jesus that looked just like him. I think on that note, I'll take a commercial break and we'll be right back. Dave, what was that coming about?
She gonna put some cones out for you, so you don't have to walk so far next.
To do what now?
They're gonna put some cones out to block your space.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Did it start back up? Yeah, it started back up. I'm
All
like,
right.
I got ready to get up and it was just moving.
Am I all right in this house tonight? How many of you niggas done got mad? I don't care.
She said, if you get feeling bad, you can always go up to.
Huh?
If you start feeling bad, you can go over to the other bank.
Anyway, I walk it down for grab a fit.
Yeah.
It's been some folk here and got mad.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Tell them get the fuck off the page if they mad. They scared of the truth. She gonna feeling fine, baby. Somebody said, I'm feeling like Sunday morning. I'm easy like Sunday morning. We're in commercial break here on the TV show, so y'all hold on. No, it's all funny, but it can't hang. Woo. Oh.
We gonna, come back after this next commercial, but it's only 30 seconds.
Is that one of the reflections?
It's a miles and seconds.
Huh?
Miles.
Yeah, okay.
For Memphis,
Okay. I'm your teddy bear, baby. I'm your teddy bear. What do I do for fun and relaxation? I go to the bar a couple times a week and listen to some good music and have me a good drink. Other than that, baby, most times I'm working.
all right, 30 seconds.
Oh, hell, I can lift the thing. I'll wait, take me 30 seconds to lift that thing. I'll do that on the next break.
20 seconds.
All right.
10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2.
And welcome back to the Thaddeus Matthews Show, the most controversial show anywhere on TV, and I just tell it like it is. I am also the proud pastor of the Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries, 3835 Raleigh Militant Road, here in the city of Memphis. Could you find it in Lower Thirds?
The who?
My church name,
Yeah.
put it up for me. And I tell people, I don't get paid. The church does not pay me. That's the website, baby. Put that one with the address on there. You can take that one down. I don't get paid, I get no salary. I give back about $6,000 a month of my personal money to ministry. I ain't getting no $78,000 a month. Preachers in this city don't invite me to their churches. I got Negroes who will say, man, we friends, man. But you haven't invited me, you won't invite me to your church. See, brothers here, they're cowards. They won't invite me to their church because they fear what the other preacher's gonna say. Okay? Because I'm gonna tell it like it is wherever I stand. So I'm satisfied. By 12 o'clock on Sunday morning, I'm finished. We don't have no afternoon. I don't have one afternoon program all year. Okay. But I have Negroes who say, hey man, we friends. Yeah, I know. We friends when we by ourselves, or you in the bar like I am. Hello? See, I don't lie. Yes, I have a drink. It ain't gonna send you to hell. I'll have a drink. I have my Long Island tea, or I have me some Moscato. I came off of that heavy brown stuff because of my health. Not because I got tired of it. Hennessy was my drink, praise God. But preachers here, they're jealous, they're envious, because many of them could not understand. I came out of the blue coming back to pastor, even though I've been preaching almost 40-some years, but they knew me as a radio announcer, a TV announcer. I played the blues, even though I started in radio nearly 40 years ago playing gospel. Here I come, and I'm in a 45,000 square foot building, and some Sunday mornings I ain't got but 20 folk in the audience, but I got over 5, 6, 7, 8,000 people around the country watching me. So that means they in church. People are fearful to come to the Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministry because your pastors have told you not to come. Some of you think that, well, you're radical on TV. Are you radical when you get, yeah, I'm radical. Because I got to tell you that, first of all, Jesus ain't no religion. God is not a religion. God is not a Baptist. He's not a Methodist. He's not a Presbyterian. Damn sure ain't no Catholic where you screw all the little boys at. No, God ain't none of those things. So when I come and I make it plain, I make it plain so that you understand who God is, and that even in the midst of your depression and oppression, that God still loves you, even when these phony ass church folk don't, even when these phony ass church folk lying and talking about you. So I just go ahead on and I do what I have to do what I have to do. I'm not going to start having no annual days, the big hat day, the little hat day. We ain't going to do that. We ain't going to sell no clothes. I can't stand to see a church selling old clothes. No. Jump for Jesus Day. No. If I got some old clothes, we need to give old clothes away. What the church doing selling old clothes? Create businesses within your church, like I had to do it, because folk coming on Sunday morning ain't really church folk. They ain't used to giving. But them that learn to give, they doing all right. Ain't that right, Brother James, huh? You're doing all right now that you learn the process that you can't beat God giving no matter how hard you try. And that's the reason that I keep on doing what I do. I keep on spending my money, and sometimes it gets mighty hard, but I understand that if I make an investment into God and his people, his return, his interest is good. I was feeling this one. I was sitting at the house, and I was thinking about all the money I needed to get something done, about $15,000, $20,000. And I was sitting there on the edge of my bed, laid out my nice suit for the day. And a friend of mine, Dr. Tanya Lyons, sent me a picture that it came on her timeline. And when I looked at the picture, it had me, Burnell Smith, and Tommy from Martin. We were together, and we were taking a picture. Burnell was the owner of the Black newspaper in Memphis. Tommy, y'all know him, he was on Martin. We were all together and we took a picture together. And what made me come out of my funk, Tanya put on there, "You blessed. Out of the three of you on this picture, you the only one still alive." Now I almost shouted when I saw that picture. And I don't know why Tanya sent that to me, but I needed that this morning. Out of the three of us, Tommy, Burnell Smith, and me, I'm the only one out of that picture that we took together. We was happy when we took the picture together. Tommy wasn't sick, Burnell wasn't sick, but the old folks said, "Your wildest day, you sick enough to die." I'm still here, and I understand that God has me here for a purpose. God does not deal in accidents and coincidence. God is not a coincidental God. God knew April 1st, 1957, 12:30 on a rainy Monday afternoon, that God had a plan for my life. And he knew that the day was going to come that I was going to have to stand boldly in the midst of haters, in the midst of folk that may not understand, even in the midst of phony ass church folk, and be able to stand forth and tell the truth. So I've had to create some jobs, and I keep telling folk around the country, your being a member of nobody's church separates you from God. Because you don't go to church every Sunday does not mean that God does not care for you. Does not mean that God does not hear your prayers. Yes, I believe in being a part of a congregation where we can all get together and strategize about how life is going to be better for all of us, not just the pastor, how all of us can have some money. I believe in that. But if you don't go to the physical brick and mortar church, does not mean that God is not going to bless you. I got to bring you back, those of you here on Instagram. No, it does not mean that God does not love you. Does not mean. Dr. Tanya Lyons, thank you for that picture this morning, girl. And see, I've come to understand that what God has for me ain't nothing you can do about it. No way. You can't take my blessings from me. No. You ain't got that power. You ain't got that ability. You may tell me to go to hell. You ain't got no hell to put me in. No hell neither. Just like y'all got mad with Jasper. Jasper, no matter what Jasper said on Friday, he didn't have no heaven, no hell to put Aretha in. was nothing he could say at that point that was going to help Aretha or hurt Aretha. The message has to go, the truth has to go out to the people in this community and all across this nation. I wasn't born just to be born. I wasn't born just because my mama was a little old young fast-ass girl who gave birth to me at 16 years old. Wait a minute. Gave birth to me at 16 years old. And I remember when church folk would make folk get up in church and apologize for getting pregnant. Apologize for a life. Some of y'all remember that, don't you? They used to do that. Good saintly folk would get the young ladies. They never did bring the men up. The deacon that got the girl pregnant in the church. And thanks to members of my family on my dad's side, I didn't know him, but I had 8 members of the family that some y'all don't mess around and join. Y'all been there 2 Sundays in a row. Y'all keep on coming. My family, the Williams family, y'all keep on coming. Something gonna happen. Something gonna jump off on y'all one of these Sundays, and y'all gonna decide. But here was my mama fast. Now, my great-grandmama, auntie, they didn't go for that apology and stuff, so no. But I'm so glad that my mama didn't have to apologize. Because in what you may call a sinful act, when my daddy and her young students over at Manassas High School way back in 56, when they got together and did the nasty and brought my nasty ass on into this world. If they hadn't got together, hadn't commingled, and his sperm got off in there and ran down the road up in there through the tubes and things, the X's and the Y's got together, I wouldn't be here. I thank God for her sin. See, I'm gonna preach this too one day. Something. The good that comes out of evil. I think I'm gonna preach that thing too. I don't know whether it's gonna be this Sunday. Because it just hit me. The good that comes out of evil. See, some of you have went through some evil things as some folk mistreated you, and had not the folk mistreated you, you wouldn't have the blessings that you got now. Folk were mistreating you on a job. They was talking about you bad, and you left that job, or they fired you and you got mad because they fired you. But had they not fired you, you still be working and wouldn't be where you are now as a business owner. Boy, yeah, the good that comes out of evil. What scripture would you use for that? That is, well, let's see if I can find. I think I found one. You write it down too, ain't you, Dale? Yeah. The good that comes out of evil. Let's see. Yeah, here's one. Here's one that I'll use. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, and to them that are called according to his purpose. Yeah, the good that comes out of evil. Yeah, the good. So, brother preachers, don't steal that one. Yeah, if they hear you do this Sunday, they know where you got it from. Because I'm going to do this one Sunday. The good. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about Sunday morning. The good that comes out of Eve. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, I like that one. I like that. Many of you in your life, you went through situations in your life, and then all of a sudden something tragic happened to you. You got ran over by somebody in a car. They ran the red light and they tore up your car. But you called, what's the lawyer's name? Billy Morgan. What's his name? Morgan and Morgan. You called Morgan and Morgan. And you got a settlement for $2 or $3 million. You thought it was bad. But what was bad was the door to your opportunities, the door to your blessings. That's Sunday morning. That's it. Sunday. See, these things hit me, and when they hit me, I learned not to change what hits me. The good. Y'all need to be there Sunday morning. The good that comes out of evil. The good. You've had some heartaches and some pains, and you trying to figure out what's the good that gonna come Sunday morning. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you how being disappointed, how being lied on can become a blessing. Even when your loved ones, folks you done gave your money to, folks you've been good to, yet even when they lie on you, the good that can come out of you. So I'm glad my mama had her some sex. Yeah, I'm glad. She sleeps in her grave today, but I'm glad that my mama had some sex with my dad. Some would have said that's evil, that's a sin. Well, most of y'all watching me, you good church folk, y'all born and say y'all wasn't playing. There's nobody playing y'all. Your mom and dad were just screwing. They were just screwing, and you became the product of a good screw. Maybe not even been a good screw. I don't know how good it was to my mama, but I know it's good that I'm here. Yeah. April 1st it was raining. They tell me on that Monday. But I'm glad that even in the rain that God allowed me to be born, because in this life that I was born in rain in, there's been a whole lot of sunshine. Boy, don't you start, because I felt Sunday morning is right then. Stop, boy. Go on, leave that alone. Well, yeah, we can make it do it for a night, but somebody said that joy cometh in the what? Stop, boy. Will you go back and tell these folk some truth? I'm glad I'm here. All y'all across the country, y'all mamas had sex with a man that wasn't their husband. Well, are you glad to be here? Ain't none of y'all tried to crawl back up in that hole and go back wherever it was that y'all came from. Ain't you glad to be here? And look at what life is. All we've got to realize is truth. Know the truth. You're in chains in your mind because you don't want to recognize truth. We as a people, you were not born to be a slave. You were not born to be oppressed and to stay oppressed. You were born to be free, but you can't be free unless you deal with truth. God did say that. Know the truth, not just hear the truth. Not just let somebody tell you, but know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. You are a slave as long as you don't recognize truth. Ooh, boy, I felt that thing. I was feeling a little Sunday mornings, and I got me a new organ player too. Yeah, Christian, that's his name, Jones. Thank you, man. Did a good job Sunday morning too. Yeah, truth. I can't do nothing but tell you the truth. I was born for this time and for this season and for this occasion. The cussing preacher, the cussing pastor, the good that comes out of evil. December 17th of last year, I was sitting in my office at Naked Truth with my Stiller jacket on. And I was cussing. I had just raised, what was it, about $6,000?
6,000.
I had just raised $6,000 for Lorenzen Wright's mother. And I was on Facebook that Saturday sitting in my office. Somebody said something to me. And I just started cussing. Well, somebody, I don't know, I wish I knew who you were so I could buy you one of them good steaks. Somebody, that was I was on there 2 hours. And somebody cut out about 3 minutes of nothing but the cussing. That's all they got. What's the cussing? Put it up on Facebook. I'm going to tell you the good that comes out of evil. I didn't know nothing about it till that Monday morning. Folks started sending me reports. That was Saturday. By Monday morning, there were 3 million views. I went viral. I was used to going viral, but not like that quick. Before the day was over, it was about 8 million. I think the last time I looked at it, it was over 20 or 30 million folk that viewed it. And they started calling me the cussing pastor. Well, that title, which by the way I've had, what do you call it, registered trademark, is the cussing pastor, and Fatty Bear is now registered, so folk can use it. Took me to Hollywood, national TV. Over 350 people have joined Naked Truth online this year. You ain't got many churches here that have took in over 300 folk this year, and many of them give. The cussing pastor is about to go to Detroit and to some other cities. And I had to sit back and I had to wonder why all of this was happening. And it just came to me when I was reading the scripture. I believe it's Isaiah, where it talks about a new thing. That I'm going to do a new thing. Because there are people that need to hear the truth that they ain't going to hear it at the Missionary Baptist Church. They ain't going to hear it in Kojic. Because they too busy running around the walls, yabba dabba doing, and ain't telling the people about their lives and how they can live. And that I want them to be happy. I want them to be abundantly blessed. You don't have to be walking around depressed. You ain't got to be walking around oppressed. You ain't got to be walking around with your head hung down. you got to go, Thaddeus, across this country. I established you in TV and radio so that people would already know about your boldness and that I want you to go out. Yeah, you cuss, but my son Yahshua, you know, they call him Jesus. You remember that he had that fellow with him that went everywhere with him, that fellow named Peter. I said, yeah, Lord, yeah, I remember reading about Peter. Well, Peter was like you, Thaddeus. He cussed. And not only would he cuss, he was known to fight. In fact, you remember, Thaddeus, in the story that he cut off that man's ear. But it was Peter. It was Peter. It was Peter. That the foundation of the church was built. What you talking about, God? Well, you remember. You remember cussing Peter. Yeah. You remember that my son Jesus, Yahshua, was talking to him one day. Yeah. They were having a conversation. What does that? You know the story. That is, he asked Peter, the cusser, Peter, who do men say that I am? Some say you Elijah, some say you this guy. Okay. But Peter, cussing Peter, Simon Peter, the cussing fisherman. Peter, here's the most important thing. Peter, yeah, Lord, who do you say that I am? Not what the folks said, but Peter, who do you say that I am? Peter, without hesitation or reservation, thou art the Christ, the Son of the living God. Jesus said then, Peter, upon this rock, I'll build my church. I got to share with you because the preachers probably ain't told you. He wasn't talking about a physical rock. No. A rock is a foundation, but the church was built off of the fact that cussing fisherman Peter knew who God was for himself. And it was because of cussing Peter that we have what we call the church. So that is cussing preacher. I got another rock. What you want me to do with that rock? I want you to go all across this country. I want you all on TV. I want you all on this thing they call social media and tell the gangsters, tell the hoes, tell the liars, tell the lesbians, tell the homosexual men, tell the wicked and the oppressed that I am God. And even if they are not in the church, I love them, and all they got to do is call on me, and their whole life situation can change. Yeah, Thaddeus gone to Detroit, and you going to the club, Detroit Blue in Detroit. Yes, yeah, Lord, that's where I'm going. He said, well, go, and why are you in the club? While they got their Moscato, while they may be eating their hot wings, and many are going to come because they're curious that the cussing pastor is going to be in the church. Tell them that I am God. And tell them they ain't got to have no bowling bench. They ain't got to run around the club. All they got to do is right there. They can accept me if they confess with their mouth the Lord Jesus, and that they believe in their heart that I raised my son Jesus from the dead, right there in the midst of the club with a hot wing in one hand and Moscato in the other hand. They shall be safe. Church folk, you don't want the truth. You want to go where it's convenient. You want to go just to church. I'm going to the club. In fact, in any city that I go in, I don't want to go into a church building. I want to go where the dope fiends feel comfortable in going. The heroin addict feels comfortable in coming. The hoe feels, well, there's some hoes at the church, but the sure enough hoes that tell you they are hoe. The church hoes won't tell you they are no church hoe. But where the hoes, the pimps, the players, the baby layers, where they feel comfortable, where a man can walk off the street and he's sick and tired of being sick and tired of being on drugs, and I can tell him that there is a God that can rehab you. And not only can he rehab you, he can fix you up where you don't want no dope. He can fix you up where you can go back into the streets of Detroit and tell the other dope fiends that you're being with that there is a God, and you do not have to stay in the shape that you're in. We're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be right back here on the Thaddeus Matthews Show.
Want me to come get that bucket for you?
I'm preaching tonight. I ain't trying to preach.